ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सत्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा वर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपद शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानो वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनां अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनि इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडिता चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य बोधाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अतल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अतल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्णपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदि पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरु कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव कृपा कटाक्षेण पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढगात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परम शिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now wash your right hand with water in the Panchapatra. Om Aparupasprisya. Before we begin the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, we would like to
asanas. Okay? Sit first in a cross-legged position on the ground in Sukhasana. Bring your hands into the Bindu Mudra with your thumbs and index fingers touching each other. Place it on top of your knees. Here we have the Kumbhaka, the pranayama of Samana Kumbhaka. As you inhale and exhale, visualize flames licking up your spine. Do the bandhas, the locks, the Mahamudra Bandha, all three of the bandhas, where you are doing the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking in your chin to your chest, the Udyana Bandha, sucking in your stomach, and the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. For the first set of asanas, we have the japa Soham, which you'll be repeating in your throat center. As you do Sukhasana, visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space. The next asana is Parvatasana. Now, from the seated position, bring both your feet to the opposite thighs. Clasp your hands together in front of your heart center in the Anjali Mudra and raise it above your head. Keep your hands as straight as you can. Continue the Samana Kumbhaka and the japa of Soham. Remain with all the three bandhas, the chin to your chest in Jalandhara Bandha, the stomach tucked in Udyana Bandha, and the clenched perineum in Mula Bandha. Here, visualize yourself as Mount Kailash. The next asana is Hali Pavasana. Now slowly bring your feet together in front of your body as you stretch it out a little further away. Now bring your hands behind your back and clasp the left hand by your right. Lean forward, placing your forehead on the ground as you continue to engage all the three bandhas. Here, gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, in a similar position from Hali Pavasana, just release your hands, slightly get up and bring your hands in front of your body. Place them on the ground, cupping your hands, making a hollow in Nagi Pavasana. Visualize yourself as a snake, gazing at your nose. Continue the japa, the pranayama, and all three bandhas engaged. Now, raise up. This is Kokilasana. Hold your big toes with your index and middle finger in the Prana Mudra. Stretch your legs straight out and upwards. Cross it into Padmasana. Bring it to your opposite thighs. Lean forward and down onto your elbows. Again, tuck your chin into your chest, suck in your stomach, and clench the perineum in the Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as a bird in Kokilasana. The next is Nithyananda. Now, raise up again. Bring one ankle to the top of the opposite knee. Hold the elbows with your hands. Hold the respective elbows with the opposite hands. Again, engage all the three bandhas and rotate your arms in a circular motion. Keep the spine completely straight and gaze towards your nose. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Next is Gajasana. Press your hands onto the ground. You can bring your feet a little back as you raise yourself up, your hips up high. Lower your head and then chest, scooping your body forward again and again. Here, engage the Udyana Bandha, where you suck in your stomach along with the Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum. Visualize yourself as an elephant. Gajasana. Now stop the movement slowly. In another dynamic asana, which is Rikshasana, you will start alternatively pressing the heel of one foot onto the ground while lifting the other heel up. Repeat this again and again. The next is Vaishyasana. Now slowly come to a standing position. Stand tall on the tips of just your big toes. Keep your head neck straight line. And bring the middle, index and ring fingers to your heart in the Hridaya Mudra. Continue engaging the Udyana Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Here we have a very interesting movement, which is the Karanas, the dance movements. So the first Karana is Urdhva Janu Karana, which literally means the raised knee. So now stand in the Aramandi position position, which is your heels touching together, the toes facing outwards, almost at a 45-degree angle. Bend your knees low and keep both your hands at your chest, elbows parallel to the ground. Twist one knee towards the center of your body, raise it up, back across the body back to the original position. Simultaneously with the leg movement, follow it with your respective hand, up and across the body. Repeat this alternatively on both sides. Now, in Balalingasana, come back to a standing position, straight, and interlace your fingers from outside in. This is the Sarva Vashankari Mudra. Hold on to your knee, pulling it up towards your chest. Pull it tight. Continue to keep your spine straight. Engage all the three bandhas, the Jalandhara Bandha, the Udyana Bandha, and the Mula Bandha. As you are holding your knee, visualize yourself holding, carrying a baby. Balalingasana. The next asana is Pada Pidanasana. Now the same foot which is raised, clasp it with your hands and pull it behind towards your body, holding it with both your hands. Again, engage all the three bandhas, standing tall. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. From here, let's enter into Natarajasana. Now, the same foot you're already holding behind your back, twist the same hand of that leg inwards and pull the leg back. Extend the opposite hand forward with the index and thumbs together, again in the Bindu Mudra. Now, pull the foot back and up while leaning forward in Natarajasana. Hold your balance here. Here you will be engaging only the Mula Bandha, visualizing yourself as Lord Nataraja, the Lord of Dance. Now again, let's repeat Balalingasana on the other side with the other leg. Pull it up towards your chest with the hands in the Sarva Vashankari Mudra. Engage all the three bandhas as you visualize yourself holding and carrying a baby. Now pull your foot back into Pada Pidanasana. On the other side, remain with all the three bandhas engaged. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And lean forward. Now, hands stretched in the Bindu Mudra into Natarajasana. Balance there as you visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja. Now, come back to a standing position. Release your leg, gain your balance as we enter into the Ardha Rechita Karana. Now again, bring yourself to the Aramandi position, heels together, toes pointed outwards and knees bent. Now from this position, bring your right foot onto the tips of the toes behind the left heel. The heel should be up. Bring your left hand towards your chest, parallel to the ground again, and extend the right arm out and wide like a pendulum. Bring it back towards your chest. Now while your arm is swinging, remember to move your fingers one by one inwards towards the palm and then outwards. Now, place the right hand over the nose. Uncross your ankles. Let's do this on the other side also. Cross the left ankle behind and stretch the left hand out like a pendulum. Bring it to your nose and cross the ankles. Now let us enter into the skeleton dance. It's a very powerful meditation. It cleanses the muscle memory. Any patterns which are there within your muscle memory can be completely wiped out through this skeleton dance. Just 2 simple steps. Now stand straight, visualize yourself as a skeleton. You can close your eyes. Just visualize yourself as pure bones. There are no muscles, no veins, no nerves, tissues, organs, nothing. Just bones, a skeleton form. And shake your body intensely. As a skeleton, you are moving yourself wildly, intensely. Just shake it all out. Move your hands, move your legs, your head. Let there be no bone in your body untouched. Just move it. Move wildly, shake. Literally feel yourself throwing all the patterns out of your system with the intensity of your shaking. Slowly calm down. Take a few steps, gain your breath back. That's a powerful meditation we did. Let us do the next Karana. Again, come back to a standing position. Do the Aramandi. Your toes outwards, knees bent with your feet together. Now here, raise your hands above your head. Keep your palms completely straight and cross the wrists with the palms facing forward and the back of the hands outward. Now from the crossed wrists, uncross the wrists, spreading your arms out wide while you turn your hip towards the side. Turn by the waist sideways. Bring your hands back over the head and turn on the other side. Repeat this on the other side. Do it again. Let's twist out. Come back to the middle and twist out again. This is the Kathicina Karana. Now stand tall. Raise your hands above your head. Bring yourself to the top of the tip of your toes. Let your hands face each other parallel to the ears. You're tall. Pushing yourself, stretching yourself. Again, engage all the three bandhas. Tucking in your chin to the chest, sucking in your stomach and clenching your perineum. Visualize yourself as a palm tree. We have the japa changing over here, where you will be repeating Shivoha in your throat center. Tadasana. Now, as we enter into Uttanasana, relax and lean forward, bringing your hands on by the ground next to your feet. Keep your palms flat on the ground. Try your best. Engage all the three bandhas. Remain with all the three bandhas engaged as you visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism himself, in your inner space. Now jump your feet back into Tarakshvasana, coming to a plank position. Keep your hands shoulder width apart. Be steady there. Chucking your chin to your chest, the Jalandhara Bandha, as well as engaging the Mula Bandha. Now rotate your head while in the Jalandhara Bandha from shoulder to shoulder, side to side. This is Tarakshvasana. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. Yes. Now lay flat onto the ground in Bhujangasana. Lower your entire body down. Now point your toes backwards. Keep your hands by the side of your chest and push yourself off the ground. Remember to use the strength of your lower back to hold yourself up. Open your mouth wide. Inhale through the hollow of your throat and exhale through your nose. This is the Bhujangani Mudra. In Bhujangasana, you will visualize yourself as a cobra. Now come back into a plank position. So you can tuck in your toes and come back into a plank position. In Shashasana, alternate bringing one knee towards your chest, back and forth. So you bring one knee front, push it back and bring the other knee. Repeat this again and again. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Simple breathing in, breathing out. Engage the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism. Okay. Now place your legs back into the plank position as we enter into Rathasana. Again, bring one foot between your hands and alternate jumping one foot back and bringing the other foot forward simultaneously. Again and again. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka and the Mula Bandha engaged as you visualize yourself as a chariot, a Ratha, in Rathasana. Now, into Virabhadrasana. Remain hands. So as you jump, one leg comes between your hands, stop in that position, one leg stretched back, and raise yourself up into a standing position. So the front foot will be pointing forwards and bent at a 90-degree angle. The knee will be bent at a 90-degree angle. The other leg, which is extended back, the foot will be pointed sideways at a 45-degree angle. Now raise your palms, hands up, parallel beside your ears. Do the Uddiyana Bandha along with the Mula Bandha, pulling in your stomach in. Gaze towards your third eye as you visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra. Now relax down, switch your legs around, and let us do Veerabhadrasana on the other side. Stretch your hands up, gaze towards your third eye, suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha, and visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra. Okay, bring your feet together now. Let us move into Vrikshasana. Now stand tall, gain your balance here slowly. Bring one foot towards the inner thigh. Bring your palms together, raise them up above your head in the Anjali Mudra. Keep your elbows as straight as you can. Again, continue the Uddiyana Bandha, sucking in your stomach. Gaze forward, hold your balance, visualize yourself as a tree, stability of a tree in Vrikshasana. Now, slowly bring your hands down. Now the foot which is in your inner thigh, bring it towards the opposite, to the root of the opposite thigh. Bring your hands in the Namaskar Mudra in front of your heart center together and visualize yourself here as Lord Garuda, just engaging the Mula Bandha alone here. This is Garudasana. Now let us repeat Vrikshasana on the other side. Slowly put your foot down, bring the other foot to the inner thigh, raise your hands above your head, suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself as a tree. Let's repeat Garudasana on the other side. Slowly bring the foot to the opposite thigh and lower your hands to be in front of your heart center. Release the Uddiyana Bandha, just engaging the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the eagle vehicle of Lord Mahavishnu. Okay, bring both your feet to the ground now and spread them far apart from each other. Now keep one leg toes pointing forward and the other set of toes pointing sideways. Straighten your arms out parallel towards the ground. Bring your front arm down towards the front foot, beside your foot, while the other arm extends towards the sky. Visualize yourself as a triangle in Trikonasana. Now raise up and let's repeat Trikonasana on the other side. Switch the position of your legs around and go forward. The other arm raised towards the sky. Visualize yourself as a triangle. Now come back to a standing position. Bring your feet together. We are having another Karana, the Nikuttaka Karana. Bring yourself to the Aramandi position. Feet together, knees out wide. Here now bring your hands towards your chest, but keep both your palms parallel towards each other. Bring your right foot onto the toes with the heels up and simultaneously bringing the right hand towards the top. Now drop the right foot, simultaneously lifting the left foot onto the toes and switch to the hands position. Now the left hand is on the top and the right hand is on the bottom. Repeat and let us do this repeatedly. Okay, relax now, come back to a straight position and sit down onto your toes. Sit on your heels with your toes on the ground, knees raised up off the ground, together in front of you in Angushtasana. Bring your hands together in the Namaskar Mudra in front of your heart center. We have a very interesting pranayama over here, which is the Bhramari Kumbhaka, where you will be subtly buzzing like a bee as you do this asana. The japa will be entering into is Sada Shivoham. In Angushtasana, engage the Mula Bandha as you visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now in in the same position, slowly bring your hands to the ground. Balance yourself as you stretch one foot forward, sitting on the heel of one foot and the other foot stretched forward, toes pointed upwards. Bring your hands to the Vara Mudra, just the tips of the finger on the ground while the palm faces forward, both your hands. Continue to engage the Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum as you visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, stretch, the leg is stretched forward, right? Stretch the same hand, the respective hand forward and clasp onto the big toe of that foot in the Prana Mudra with your index and middle fingers. The other hand, bring it to the back of the respective heel in Vidhunanasana as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Okay, bring your 2 feet back together as we repeat Saurasana on the other side. Stretch your left leg forward now. Palms in the Vara Mudra on the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And lean forward into Vidhunanasana on the other leg. Clasp your toes. Bring the other hand to the back heel. Continue to visualize Swamiji. Now bring your 2 feet back together as you continue to sit on the heels, getting a nice toe workout here. Balance on your toes, bring your knees together in front of you. Now place your palms on top of the respective knees with the hands facing upwards, the palms facing upwards. Leave a slight gap between your palms and knees. As you gaze forward, engage the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking in your chin to your chest, and look between the gap between your hands. Brahma Muhurta. The next is Kapilasana. Now spread your knees wide and place them onto the ground. Keep your hands on the respective knees. Pull your stomach in and up in the Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze towards your nose as you visualize yourself as Maha Kapila Muni, the first man that ever started thinking. In the same position, just release that Uddiyana Bandha. Release the lock of the stomach, but continue to clench your perineum in Mula Bandha as you switch your gaze to your third eye. So from your nose, switch your gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Bhadra Gorakshasana. Next is Suryasana. Now, your toes are tucked. Just lift your knees off the ground, wide apart. Bring your hands together in the Padma Mudra with the little fingers and thumbs joined together. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha, suck in your stomach and raise your hands up tall above your head. Slightly lean back as you look towards the gap between your hands. Visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. Now relax, slowly bring your hands to the ground. Sit on top of your heels, the toes flat. Here, keep your hands on top of your knees and lift your tongue up against the roof of your mouth in the Manduki Mudra. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out. Engage the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. With the Japa Sadashivoham, repeating in your inner space, here you will visualize yourself as a frog in Mandukasana. Your tongue pressed against the upper palate. Is your frog-like tongue catching the nectar of immortality dripping from your Sahasrara Chakra? Gaze towards your third eye in Mandukasana. Now from here itself, moving into Uttana Mandukasana. Just bring your hands to the opposite shoulders, remaining in the same seated position. Continue with the Uddiyana Bandha engaged, gazing at your third eye. The Manduki Mudra, tongue pressed against the top of your palate, visualizing yourself as a frog in Uttana Mandukasana. Slowly bring your hands out from behind your back. Now slightly raise up and cross your ankles behind you. Sit on top of your crossed ankles. Keep your knees wide and your fingers spread on the top of your knees, both your hands. Open your mouth wide and stick out your tongue, exhaling forcefully. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Repeat this several times because you're visualizing yourself as a lion in Simhasana. next asana is Bhadrasana. Now you can release yourself and uncross your ankles. Just keep your toes crossed behind you. Again, sit on top of your heels, keeping your knees wide apart. Cross your hands behind your back, hold on to the big toes in the Prana Mudra with your index and middle fingers. Apply the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking your chin to your chest along with the Mula Bandha, sucking in your perineum. As you gaze towards your nose, here, resume the Brahmari Kumbhaka, buzzing like a bee subtly in your inner space as you visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, bring your hands out from behind you. As you come here, bring yourself to a squatting position. Keep your feet flat onto the ground as close together as possible, but your knees open wide. Bring your body in between your knees, your torso in between your knees, and take your arms in and around your knees towards the back, clasping your fingers, interlacing your fingers behind you in the Parashu Mudra. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as a crow in Kakabhusandi Asana. The next asana is Kani Pavasana. Unclasp your hands and place them flat onto the floor. Keep them shoulder width apart for good balance. Now, slowly bring your knees to the back of your arms, above the elbows. Lean your chin forward and down. Keep your gaze steady as you lift your feet off the ground. In Kani Pavasana, visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now in the same position, slowly lower your head to the ground and stretch your legs up high, forming a tripod between your two hands and your head in Kapali Asana. Gaze at your nose, continue the Brahmari Kumbhaka, continue engaging the Mula Bandha and the Japa of Sadashivoham. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Parshva Mayurasana. Slowly bring your feet down. Yes, relax. And now squat on your toes with your knees together and twist your body. Place both the hands to one side of your knees. Now bring one of your elbows to the knee and the other of your elbows towards the hip. Lean onto your arms, balance, extending your legs out to the side. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing yourself as a peacock in Parshva Mayurasana. As you do the pranayama, the Rechaka Kumbhaka, let your exhalations be prolonged and your inhalations be slightly shorter. Now relax, bring your feet to the ground and bring your body to the other side of your knees as you repeat Parshva Mayurasana on the other side. Lean forward, stretch your legs, gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself as a peacock. Now let's do Bhairaganathasana. Now come again to a plank position. Place your hands down, stretch your legs back and bring one foot around your shoulder to be placed in between both your palms. Gaze at your third eye. Just engage the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Here, this is Bhairaganathasana. Visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava. Slowly bring your foot out and bring the other foot in between your palms, remaining in the plank position. Continue to visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in Bhairaganathasana on the other side. The next asana is Unmukha Pithasana. Now from the same plank position, bring your forearms onto the ground. Be steady as you walk your feet closer towards yourself, forming like a slight mountain. In Unmukha Pithasana, gaze at your third eye. Continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Vashishthasana. Now, just raise yourself onto one of your hands. So, release your forearms off the ground and raise yourself onto your right arm. And keep your body completely parallel to the ground as you raise your left arm straight above your head. Visualize yourself as Rishi Vashishta as you do the Vashishthasana. Gaze towards the hand on the top. Now slowly bring that hand down. As you switch the hands, bringing your right hand up towards the sky. Balance hands there, completely straight on your toes. As you visualize yourself as Rishi Vashishta, the Guru of Bhagavan Sri Rama. Now, bring your feet forward into Anjaneyasana. So here you will be sitting on your hips with your legs pointed forward and sit on top of your hands. So keep your palms facing upwards and sit on both your palms as you tuck your elbows into your body. Do the Rechaka Kumbhaka, continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking in your chin to your chest, gaze at your nose, visualize yourself as Lord Hanuman in Anjaneyasana. Now, slowly release your hands from under your body as you lean forward into Paschimottanasana. Clasp your respective toes with your index and middle finger. Lean forward and down, bring your elbows to the ground, your forehead towards your knees. Engage all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra Bandha. As you visualize Swamiji, the supreme point for Hinduism in your inner space, with a new japa, Mahasadashivoham, starting here. The next is Ugrasana. Now, you can raise up and clasp your hands behind your neck in the Parashumudra. Interlace both your fingers. Lean forward and down, bringing your forehead to your knees and your elbows onto the ground. Again, engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha as you visualize Devi Kali in your inner space in Ugrasana. The next is Marichyasana. So raise up and keep one leg pointed forward while you bring the other leg towards the groin, the knee pointed upwards. Place the foot flat on the ground. Now lean forward, bring both your hands, wrap your arms around the raised knee, clasping your hands behind the back together. Bring your chest to the thigh with your head towards the knee. Here engage just the Mula Bandha, sucking in your perineum, as you visualize yourself as Rishi Marichi in Marichyasana. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. Now slowly raise up and the raised knee, let it rest by your side with your leg towards the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Now again reach down, hold your foot, bring your elbows to the ground, your forehead to your knees. Engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze at your nose, visualize Swamiji himself in your inner space. Raise up. Let's repeat Marichyasana on the other side. Bring the other foot straight while the other foot comes into the groin. Knee up. Lean forward, clasping your hands behind your back. Visualize yourself as Sage Marichi. Now from here, raise up, engage all the three bandhas as you let your knee fall to the side. Lean forward, clasping the foot. Gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Mahamudrasana on the other side. Now, bring yourself to a seated position. Sit and bring the soles of your feet together. Bend your knees and keep your heels as close towards you as possible. While you knee, try to touch your knees to the ground. Clasp your feet together with both your hands. Maintain a straight spine. Gaze towards your nose in Bhadrasana 2. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point for Hinduism, in your inner space. The next asana is Vali Pavasana. Now, keeping your feet together, just bring your hands towards the respective knees. Just lightly place them there. Tuck your chin to your chest in the Jalandhara Bandha, continuing to engage the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. As you gaze at your nose, visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, push your soles slightly further away from you. The joint feet, push it further away from your body and lean forward, keeping both your hands, the fingers inside of the feet. Hold the soles of your feet. Lean forward and down. Bring your forehead to the ground. Gaze at your nose. Visualize the Yoni Mandala in your inner space. in Joniasana. The next is Midikipavasana. Raise up, stretch your arms out wide beside your body as you lean forward, arms going over your knees. Bring your forehead to your feet. Continue to gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, in Siddha Samadhi Asana, raise yourself up. Now, put your hands, your forearms, underneath the calves of the respective legs. Let your palms face up towards the sky as you bring your head down to your feet. Gaze at your nose as you visualize Lord Surya in your inner space in Siddha Samadhi Asana. The next asana is Chinakipavasana. Raise up now. Bring both your feet together in front of you. Bring your feet back close to your body. Now place your hands underneath both the feet and pull your feet open like a book facing towards the sky. Both your feet. Press your elbows onto your thighs near the knees and gaze towards your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space in Chinakipavasana. Giving yourself a nice stretch. Now, release your feet and bring your hands to the respective knees. Gently push down on your knees, pushing it towards the ground. Suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. This is Charapata Chokasana. The next asana is Bhairavasana. Now, continuing to remain with your feet together, you can use the help of your hands to bring your toes onto the ground with your heels pointed upwards. Just push yourself and try to do it. Continue to remain with the Uddiyana Bandha engaged, your stomach sucked in. Bring your hands to the Bindu Mudra with the index and thumbs together on top of the knees. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in Bhairavasana. The next asana is Samanasana. So slowly you can bring your feet out from underneath. Take now one foot towards your chest, holding with both your hands as the other foot rests by the perineum. Pull the sole onto your chest. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself holding the breath in the Mooladhara Chakra, the Chaturdara, the four-petal lotus of your body. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space in Samanasana. From here, let's move into Apanasana. Now, the foot that you have towards your chest, just bring it over your shoulder and place both your palms onto the ground beside you. As you lift the leg by your perineum, stretch it out and lift it up high into the sky in Apanasana. Gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Let's repeat Samanasana on the other side. Bring your foot down, clasp the other foot towards your chest. Gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. And bring the foot onto your shoulder as we repeat Apanasana on the other side. Stretch your leg out straight in front of you, up high towards the sky, gazing at the third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Okay, relax slowly. Let's move into Gomukhasana. Now, sitting in a seated position, cross one leg over the other, like over, and align the knees together at the center of your body and the feet by the opposite hips. Place both your hands on top of the stacked knees. Gaze at your nose. Here we have a beautiful pranayama, very cooling pranayama, which is the Sheetkari pranayama, where you will be inhaling through your clenched teeth with your tongue pressed against behind your teeth and exhaling through your nose, creating a hissing sound. The japa will be for the next sequence of asanas, Om Nithyananda Yoga. Visualize the face of a cow in Gomukhasana. Now, keep your knees crossed. From the knees, bring your hands towards the respective toes on the side of the body. Clasp the big toe in Prana Mudra. Suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya in Anusuyasana. Now in Anusuyasana 2, just bring your hands behind your back, clasped together, interlaced fingers in the Parashumudra. Lean forward and down. Try to bring your nose to touch the ground in front of you. Just visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya and gaze at your nose. Anusuyasana 2. Raise yourself up now. Now bring one foot towards the perineum, knee resting on the ground. Raise your other foot with the foot in front of the lying down, a foot, knees pointed upwards towards your chest. Place your hands on the respective knees. Keep your spine tall, chest out. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the eagle vehicle of Bhagavan Mahavishnu. Garudasana 2. From here moving into Naradasana. Now, keep both your hands, bring both your hands behind your neck and clasp, twist outward of the raised knee. Just keep your whole body outside of the raised knee. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing yourself as Devarishi Narada in your inner space. From Naradasana, let's enter into Matsya Pithakasana. Place one foot on the top of the opposite thigh. Wrap your respective arm across the knee, holding on to the opposite shin. Extend the opposite hand straight. Hold on to the respective toe with the index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize Matsya Avatara, the fish form of Bhagavan Mahavishnu in your inner space. In Matsya Pithakasana. From there, let's repeat asana and the rest of the asanas on the other side too. So slowly you can cross your knees over to the other side in Gomukhasana. Keep your hands on the top of your knees. Gaze at your nose as you visualize the face of a cow in Gomukhasana. Continuing into Anusuyasana on the other side, bring your hands to your toes. Suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze at your nose, visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya. And lean forward, bringing your hands behind your back in Anusuyasana 2. Interlace your fingers in the Parashamudra. Continue to gaze at your nose, visualizing yourself as Rishika Anasuya. As you relax the Uddiyana Bandha, just clenching the Mula Bandha alone. Raise up, bring your feet together in front of you as we enter into Garudasana 2. Place your hands on the respective knees. Stay straight. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda as you gaze towards your nose. And twist your body out of the raised knee, hands clasped in the Parashmudra behind your neck. Gaze at the third eye, visualizing yourself as Devarishi Narada. And bring the foot to the opposite thigh as we enter into Matsya Pithakasana on the other side. Clasp your toe in Prana Mudra. Gaze at your nose, visualizing Matsya Avatara, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu in your inner space. Now let's enter into Matsyendrasana. Remaining in the same position with one foot on the opposite thigh, place the other foot on the ground on the far side of the other thigh. Twist. Bring your elbow outside the raised knee. Keep the raised arm by your neck. Turn backwards. Gaze towards your third eye, the other hand straight out. Visualize Matsyendranath, the great Rishi and master of Hatha Yoga in your inner space. Just switch your hands around. Straighten the hand that was originally bent and bend the other hand towards your neck. As we enter into Kubhasana, visualize yourself as a camel. Continue to gaze at your third eye. Now, straighten out both your hands straight out in the same position. Continue to gaze at your third eye, visualizing Matsyendranath, the master of Hatha Yoga in your inner space. Now slowly take your foot off from the thigh. As we enter into Matsyendrasana on the other side, bring the other foot to the thigh. Place the other foot on the far side. Twist, bringing your elbows outside of the raised knee, hands on the head. The other hand stretched out back. Twist, gazing at your third eye. Visualize Matsyendranath in your inner space. Switch the hands around as we enter into Kubhasana on the other side. Remember to visualize yourself as a camel. Now stretch both your hands out in Matsyendrasana 2 on the other side. Visualize Matsyendranath in your inner space. Now, with one leg on the thigh, bring the other foot too to the opposite thigh in Padmasana. Place your palms on the respective knees. Engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha, tucking your chin to your chest, sucking in your stomach and clenching your perineum. We have a new pranayama here, which is the Shitali Kumbhaka, where you will continue to inhale through the teeth without creating the hissing sound, and exhale through your nose. A new japa of Om Nithyananda Yoga starts here. Gaze at your nose in Padmasana, visualizing yourself as Bhagavan Paramashiva. Now, keeping your legs in the same position, just cross your hands over each other, clasping onto the toes with your index and middle fingers in the Prana Mudra. Gaze at your nose, visualize yourself as Devi Parvati, the consort of Lord Paramashiva in Padmasana 2. Now, uncross your hands. Take your hands and insert it into the gap between your thighs and your calves. Put both your hands within and pull it out on the other side. As you balance on your hands, lifting your whole body off the ground, visualize yourself as a rooster in Kukutasana. Now relax. Take your hands out from inside your feet as we enter into Baddha Kekiasana. Place your hand onto the ground as you raise up on your knees. Place your palms on the ground, fingers pointing towards the legs. Now keep your elbows together, pressed against your navel. Slowly lean forward, balancing, and extend your knees off the ground, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. In the same position, stretch your legs out behind you in Mayurasana. Visualize yourself as a peacock. Hold your balance. Relax. Now, yes, relax flat onto the ground into Makarasana. Lay down completely flat. Keep your feet pointing outwards, far away from each other. Place your forehead on the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your neck in the Parishamukta. Just relax, visualizing yourself as a crocodile as we go back to the Sahaja Kumbhaka, the simple breathing in, breathing out. Just keep the Mula Bandha alone engaged. The next asana is Shalabhasana. Now lay on your stomach and place your hands on the ground beside the chest. From the laying position, raise your legs up. Use your core strength to bring your thighs off the ground. Visualizing yourself as a locust in Shalabhasana. Relax your feet down and bring your hands to your feet, pulling your feet down towards the ground beside your hips. In Ushtrasana, visualize yourself as a camel. Now slowly kick your legs back. Rise your hand is clasping your feet. Pull your feet towards the sky, lifting your chest and thighs off the ground. In Dhanurasana, gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow. Relax slowly and come up to a sitting position. In Bhagasana, sit on both your knees with your head, neck and spine straight. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Place your hands on top of your knees. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. From here we enter into Gohyasana. We have a couple of headstand postures here, so get yourself ready. Now place your forearms on the ground with your fingers interlocked. Ensure your elbows are at shoulder width for the best balance. Place the top of your head on the ground, holding your high head with your hands. Slowly walk your toes forward until your hips are in a straight line with your shoulders, and just kick your feet up slightly. Make sure not to lose your balance. Keep your chest, toes pointed upwards. Gaze to your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. From here, stretch your legs out into Shirasasana, continuing to hold the balance there as you continue to gaze at your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Bring your feet to the ground, relax slowly. The next asana is Podiasana. So come to a seated position. Bring your hands behind your calves, stretching your legs up and your forehead to your knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Here we have a new Kumbhaka, which is the Bhastrika Kumbhaka, where you will be exhaling forcefully, making the sound of a bellows. Podiasana. The japa for this next series is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the Mahavakya. Relax yourself. Continuing to remain balanced with your legs up, just bring your hands to the opposite shoulders. In Parighasana, visualize yourself as a mace as you gaze towards your third eye. Now relax. Keep your elbows and palms onto the ground as your legs are raised. Visualize yourself as a boat in Naukasana. Continuing to gaze towards your third eye, remember to continue the Bhastrika Kumbhaka. Forceful exhalation. Now, continuing to keep your balance, just bring your hands to your feet and scoop your hands underneath the heels, pull them towards the chest. Keep your spine upright, gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as Lord Rudra in Rudrasana, the most ferocious form of Paramashiva. Now lay on your back, so you can remove your hands from underneath your feet and lay on your back. With your feet flat on the ground, knees pointed upwards. Now place your palms down. Just let your fingers touch the back of your heel. Do not clasp your feet. Lift your hips up. Lift your hips up high. Pressing the feet onto the ground. Chin tucked to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha automatically. Gaze at your nose, visualizing Swamiji in Unmukha Pithasana 2. Now lay onto the ground in Shavasana. Just lay completely flat with your palms facing upwards by the side of your body. Just unclutch from any movement happening within you. Visualize your body is dead. The supreme point of illusion, Swamiji is just liberating you. Just let your awareness, your energy completely pervade your body in the Shakti Chala Mudra as you continue to vibrate with the Mahavakya. Roll over to one side and come to a seated position. Feel the life entering your body back. In a seated position, let us get continued with this. I have 200 asanas more to go, starting with Yathasanishtasana. In Yathasanishtasana, sit in any posture you are completely comfortable in. Bringing your hands into the Bindu Mudra with the thumbs and index touching. Start off with the Samana Kumbhaka. As you're inhaling and exhaling, feel flames licking up your spine. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham for the remaining of the sequence. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. From here, moving into Samasana, where you bring your feet to a cross-legged position. Keep your hands on your knees with the thumbs and index touching in the Bindu Mudra. Just inhale and exhale as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next is Muktasana. Press your left foot against your genital region. Place the right foot on top of your left. Keep your hands facing downwards on top of your knees. Sit straight, gazing towards your nose. Visualize yourself as a sage liberated by Swamiji himself. Now, continue to remain in the same position as we go into Siddhasana, where your gaze will be switching from the nose to your third eye. Continuing to visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Ensure the Mula Bandha, the perineum, is locked. In Siddhiyasana now, continuing the same position. Engage all the three bandhas, sucking in your stomach, bringing your chin to your chest in the Mahamudra Bandha. Switch the gaze to the ground in front of you from your third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now, relax the Uddiyana Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. Just keep the Mula Bandha, the perineum alone clenched, as we enter Rudrasana 2, where your legs will remain in the same position, just your hands alone, from resting on your knees, will turn around to the Bindu Mudra, the thumbs and index touching. Gaze towards the third eye, visualize yourself as Lord Rudra, the fierce dimension of Paramashiva. The next is Santa Dhunasana. Keep your hands in the Bindu Mudra, your legs crossed in the same position. As you switch your gaze from your third eye to your nose, visualizing Swamiji, his tranquility, unshakable nature. Now, relax the Bindu Mudra, keep your legs in the same position, and bring your hands to your navel, cupping one palm over the other in the Samputa Mudra. It looks sort of like a lotus bud. Continue to visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Siddhasana 2. The next asana is Bandha Yoni Asana. Maintaining one heel over the other in the same position of the legs, bring your hands to your face in the Shanmukhi Mudra. So just listen carefully now. Bring your little fingers beneath the bottom lip of both hands. Your ring fingers above your upper lip. Your middle fingers closing your nose, your nostrils. Your index finger covering your eyes. And your thumbs pressed into your ears. This is Bandha Yoni Asana, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Virasana. Now, you can remove your hands from your face and bring one foot onto the thigh, onto the opposite thigh, and the other foot underneath the thigh. Keep your hands in the Bindu Mudra, thumb and index fingers together on the top of your knees as you embody the space and state of bravery, Veera, in Virasana. Now, changing the leg position again as we enter into Valmikasana. Keep your left heel on the right side of the generative organ, toes under the thigh. Keep your right foot on top of the left leg, toes by the knee. Again, bring your hands into the Bindu Mudra on top of the knees. Gaze towards your third eye. Visualize Rishi Valmiki, the poet, the first poet and author of Ramayana. The next asana is Joni Mudrasana. So you're going to remain here as you switch your gaze to your nose, visualizing the Yoni Mandala, a beautiful formation, divine cosmic geometry, representing Devi, Shakti, a symbol of the creative energy of the universe in Joni Mudrasana. In the same position, switch your gaze to your third eye, continuing to visualize the Yoni Mandala in your inner space. Now, let's move into Bhadrasana 3. So bring your feet, the soles of your feet together, uncross them and bring them together in front of your body. Hold it with both your hands, pulling it against you. Push your knees down towards the ground. As you gaze at your nose, suck your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize Lord Veerabhadra in your inner space. Bhadrasana 3. In the same position, we are entering into Aghorasana, where your left hand will rest on top of the left knee, while your right hand comes towards your face. Now, do the Khechari Mudra, where you are bringing your tongue towards the upper palate, gazing towards your third eye. Now with your right hand, cover your mouth, close the left nostril with your index finger, inhale through the right nostril. Close both the nostrils, hold your breath and exhale through the left nostril in the Abhyantara Kumbhaka. Repeat this on the other side. Visualize yourself as an Aghori, completely dedicated to Paramashiva in Aghorasana. The next asana is Kaneri Pavasana. So you can distance your feet a little away from your body. As you lean forward, place your elbows onto the soles of your feet and rest your chin on your palms. Gaze at your nose, suck your stomach in Uddiyana Bandha. Here, continuing with the Rechaka Kumbhaka, where your exhalations are prolonged than your inhalations, visualizing yourself as a female elephant drinking water in Kaneri Pavasana. The next asana is Parasana. So now, come to a seated position, raise yourself up and keep your knees raised. Bring your hands underneath your knees, between your calves and thighs, and clasp them together. Interlace your fingers in the Parashumudra in front of your navel. Lift your feet off the mat. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism in your inner space, as you gaze at your nose in Parasana. The next asana we'll be moving into is Gopi Chandasana. Now take your hands out from in between the feet as you let your feet rest on the ground. Take your hands out from underneath your calves. Interlace your fingers around the feet with the soles of the feet together and raise it up towards your chest. Rest your knee on top of your feet. Gaze at your nose. Embody the state and space of a king in Gopi Chandasana. The next asana is Udarasana. So now just quickly release your legs, bring your hands underneath your calves and hold on to your feet again from inside out. Both your feet together. Bring your feet up to your chin, resting your chin on top of the interlaced fingers. Bring your feet to your chest, gaze at your nose, visualizing your body, the supreme point of Hinduism, free from any defects in Udarasana. Now, in the same position, just lift your legs up towards your head. Let the top of your hands come towards the top of your head, your forehead. And this is Vishishtasana. Visualize yourself excelling in everything in this posture. Now, slowly relax. Keep your hands underneath your shins as you take your hands up to the shoulder, pulling your hand and interlacing your fingers behind your neck. In Bhujasana, visualize yourself as a cobra. The next asana is Kalyanasana. So in the same seated posture, bring your hands around from behind your neck, remove them and put them around your back, interlacing the fingers behind you. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as a beautiful, auspicious goddess in Kalyanasana. The next posture is Sankatasana. So now, uncross your hands from behind you. Release yourself completely onto the ground. Place your left knee on the mat and the left foot flat. Sit on top of your left foot, knee pointed forward. Raise your right leg on top of the left, bringing the right heel to the left hip. Place your hands on the opposite knees. Here, do the Ujjayi Pranayama. As you inhale and exhale, make the sound of an ocean. Visualize yourself as a swan, a beautiful swan in Sankatasana. The next is Dhenukasana. Just in the same position, slide your left heel to the left hip. Keep your right knee on top of the left. Place both your hands on your right thigh. Visualize a cow in your inner space as you suck your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha, Dhenukasana. Now slowly uncross your legs as we move into Matsyendrasana. Place the right foot on the left thigh, the left foot on the right knee. Bring your left hand behind your back, hold the right thigh. Twist a little bit. Place your right hand on your left thigh. Twist your body, gaze towards your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana, Matsyendrasana 2, just untwist your body as you clasp the respective toes of both your feet with your hands. Lean forward and down, bringing your forehead to the ground space. Raise up now. Keep your legs in the same position. We have the Guru Asana. Interlace your fingers together and place it over the topmost knee. Suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Tuck your chin to your chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. As you engage all three bandhas, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Let us now repeat Sankatasana on the other side. So you can release your hands, your legs as you cross the other leg over. Visualizing yourself as a swan, remember to put your hands on the opposite knees. The next asana, Dhenukasana, repeating it on the other side. Slide your leg out, bring both your hands to the topmost knee. Suck your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize a cow in your inner space. Matsyendrasana again, repeating it on the other side. Bring your legs to the cross-leg position. Twist your body around as you gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Untwist as we enter into Matsyendrasana 2 on the other side. Hold on to your feet, bring your forehead to the ground, continuing to visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Slowly raise up and let us do Guru Asana on the other side. Engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha. Interlace your fingers, place it on top of your knee. Continue to visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, as we do Guru Asana. Now, slowly uncross your feet and place them flat on the ground, knees towards the chest in Pashasana. Keep your hands holding the opposite knees, thighs together, and keep your spine completely erect. Continue the Khechari Mudra, where your tongue is pressed against the roof of your mouth. As you gaze at your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Continue the Ujjayi Kumaka. As you breathe in and out, make the sound like an ocean. Now in the same position, just bring your chin towards your knees in Bodha Shokasana. Lean forward, gazing at your nose, and visualize Swamiji, the abode of bliss in your inner space. Now raise up and bring your hands, uncross your hands, bring your hands underneath your knees, clasping the opposite elbows in Kurakatasana. Gaze at your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Now, in the same position as Kurakatasana, just cross your ankles into Sumatiyasana. Toes pointed upwards. Gaze at the nose. Visualize the great sage and Maharishi Sumati in your inner space. The next asana is Dandasana. Extend your feet out straight in front of you. Keep your arms straight above your head. Interlace the fingers from inside out. Let your wrists point outwards. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha, all the three bandhas. As you gaze at your nose in Dandasana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next is Arambhasana. Now keeping your legs straight, release the Jalandhara Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha, keeping your perineum clenched in Mula Bandha. Lean forward and down. Hold your big toes in the Prana Mudra with your index and middle fingers. Head to your knees. Do here the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Inhale through the left nostril, hold and exhale through the right. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next is Bhidokasana. So, slightly raise your body up and bring your hands underneath your knees, extending your knees slightly up. Keep your heels a bit apart from each other and clasp your feet. Bring your shoulders down, wrapping your hands around your legs. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. So from here, let's enter into Jalandhari Pavasana. So you can actually remain in the same position with your hands underneath your calves and just bring the soles of your feet together. You might want to bring your body closer. Place your head on top of your feet with the palms facing upwards on the ground. Gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now slowly bring your hands out from underneath and come to a seated position. Stretch your legs out as we enter into Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Here we have a new Kumbhaka, the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, where you will feel your breath coming from your Mooladhara Chakra up to the Brahmarandra above the Sahasrara. This is the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. In Urdhva Paschimottanasana, extend your legs out, lift one foot behind your neck and lean forward and down towards your foot, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Now, slowly, keeping your leg behind your neck,